Yo, I'm back again. Looks like y'all really like the TED Talks, I guess. We're gonna call them the Tory Talks. I don't know. Anyway, it is Friday, May 16th. What's happened in the last couple weeks? Obviously studio sessions, obviously some stuff going on with music. Let's say, Eddie K, GB3, he just dropped his tape, his album. We've been working on this for a long time, and I think his song selection, the ones that he did put on the album, them joints go. It's 10 songs. We recorded at least 30 30 over the last couple years. Some are, all of them were great, so it was really hard. You should see the collaborative note. He was constantly changing the track order and the track selection. It was tough, and I think this final project, the final product, is really dope, really fire. Shout out to YP, the producer, and a couple other producers that was on there. Y'all go check that out. Christiana, she dropped one of her songs off her album, I Feel Fine, Leave Me Alone. This is not hip hop. This is like grunge rock. Man, it's been a pleasure to work on different genres. And this one, I think I did a good job. I referenced a lot of different genres, but I put my twist on it, Obviously I do a lot of hip hop and R&B, so vocals are clean. However, the instrumentation is rock, so got that grit behind it. I think the Tory G Touch did a good job on that. What else has happened in the past few days? Outside of music, I found out I'm about to get promoted at my day job. That's gonna be dope. Start making some better money at the day job. It's gonna be they're gonna hold me to, that's gonna keep me there, and that's gonna fund the studio, or fund my goals in the background. All right, I think that's it. A few things going on. Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day. But yeah, so let's talk about production. Something happened, and this is why I bring up Christiana's album. Something happened where, let me run it back. She came out early April, or was it April? I can't remember when. Yeah, April or March or April. March. She came out in March over a weekend, and over the course of a weekend, we recorded 12 songs. We recorded her album, and it came out really good just off the initial recording. The vibe was great. We was in there for hours, damn near sun up to sundown, recording, and it was an incredible experience. There are three producers on there. One that does like mainly rock and grunge kind of style, and that's like the second half of the album. And then the first half was more electro pop, electronic, grunge, whatever. And as she's uploading the songs, she's discovering, she's doing her music admin, and she's discovering that a couple of the instrumentation were getting kind of flagged, and she was getting hints that this particular producer is known for kind of copying other people's stuff, right? Other people's work, and calling it his own. Come to find out, she Shazams the song, a part of the song, and damn, the entire instrumentation for one of her songs was completely infringed on, completely copied. I'm talking about down, not even just like a sample issue. I'm talking about arrangement. I'm talking about composition. I'm talking about even the mix of the beat and the musical elements, the percussion and the musical elements, everything. What it just so happened that her lyrics matched up with the arrangement of the original song. And you know, so she calls me, it's like she's on Cali time, so it's like 2 in the morning where I'm like dead sleep, and she's like, code red, blah blah, you know, she's going off, and I'm like, yo, what's going on? Fucking producer like blatantly copied this beat. I don't know how he got these stems, and I don't know how, and if he had a stem ripper, that whatever stem ripper he used or stem separator he used was incredible. Because when I mixed the song, we had every bit of element that we needed to get the song done like a normal mix. I had all the stems, individual tracks, snare, kick, hi-hat, all that stuff. And bro, when I tell you, like, it would have been different if it was like, okay, maybe a sample of that song, but it was the entire arrangement, bar for bar. That blew me and everybody else involved with the project. She confronts him, and he was basically, how do you say, he was deflecting, trying to flip the script, saying, you know, I had to do what I had to do. Oh, embarrassing. And as a former producer, like, I still kind of do a little production, but as a former producer, that kind of like blew me, because because this time it took, like, I've heard about this going on, but this time it touched close to home. Because what the F, man? She paid me money to come out and record and mix and master. She paid you, or made an agreement with you for royalty and splits, or whatever the agreement is. It's just, it's a little embarrassing and very disappointing. And once again, the artist is proven right in this aspect. The artist is proven right. Now, and I say that because artists are now, not only are they recording on their own, they're trying to figure out how to make beats, they're trying to figure out how to mix, they're trying to figure out how to master, which is all cool, but not, and now it's more out of protection for themselves than just the desire to do it, right? Now they don't want to collaborate. Now they don't want to, more and more so now, they don't want to reach out for, you know, to get, you know, more, to get another set of ears on a project. They could care less now, because why? They feel like it's too much of a potential to get screwed over. And so circling to how it relates to me as an engineer, again, just like I spoke about it in my last video, TED Talk thingy, is we're getting devalued now, because artists, they can't risk, they don't feel like, or let me say this the proper way, and correct me if I'm wrong if you're an artist. It's too risky to deal with folks that you barely know, number one. It's too risky to put your heart and mind and spirit into a project just for someone to steal it, to ruin it, to take advantage of you as an artist. And so, and it's in every kind of stage of the music creation process. Just the other day, one of my singers, one of my R&B singers, she told me that she went and recorded at another studio, which is, you know, no shame, no hate on that. That's, yeah, I was just not available at the time. She recorded at another studio, and although the recording was okay, she would like to have redone it in certain ways. And she eventually, she was like, hey, could you send me the session? And she, mind you, she paid for the session, right? But the engineer was so guarded and so whatever about his work that he would not provide her the session file. Why? She paid for the session. That's her song. So she comes back to me. We record the whole song over. It's better than it was, by the way. But all that could have been avoided. Now the engineer don't get no credit on the song. Now the engineer loses potentially a return customer. So now that's just to kind of prove the point, right? We are doing things to self-sabotage our own work, whether it be producers, engineers, and even artists. Artists, right? Some artists will provide a feature and not provide the stems, or they don't trust the receiving engineer to do their mix justice, which I respect. But that's all in communication. What's the big catch here? Communication, transparency. Those are the points. And we are losing that as local artists. And that's why it feels like everything is gate kept at the professional level. Because a lot of independent artists, I'm not gonna say all of them, independent artists, local artists, upcoming artists, aspiring artists, they don't know how to collaborate. They don't know how to communicate. And let me digress. This goes for all aspiring producers, engineer, artists, vocal producers, whatever you do in the industry, managers. We really suck at communication, making it clear of our intentions, documenting it, and then moving forward with the plan and sticking to that plan, genuinely sticking to that plan and being a team player. So when you see somebody pop off and actually go big in the industry, they talk about their team. These are the folks that they have locked in with because everyone else may have screwed them over. They may have, ruined the plan, put a wrench in the plan, whatever. And they only trust a select few. That's why it's very hard to get into the industry and it feels like everything's gatekept because it's a trust factor. It's a trust issue. That's why it's very hard to get on a team and because you got to deal with the fact that you haven't been day one. We don't know what your intentions are, blah, 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 blah. I think I hit that nail on the head multiple times. So I just want to encourage everybody to, when you build your team, really lock in with the right folks. And if someone approaches you to be on their team, do right by that person or that group, because it affects everybody's success. Because I don't know if you I hope that you are grasping the big picture. The man stole the beat for the album that we recorded that was about to get released like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Now we got to scramble, take all the music back down. Okay. I mean, she could have checked ahead of time, but it was a trust thing, right? We got to take the music down. I got to scramble, send her the vocals so she can get another producer to kind of redo, remake, recreate, or, do something new and make the beat for the song. Then I got to go back and mix and master it, and hopefully it all fits together with the rest of the album that's already been worked on. And hopefully she can repurpose the content that she already shot for that particular single. because that was the leading single for the, even worse, it was the leading single for the album. This is why it is imperative to do right in this industry. There may be some slash stuff that goes on. It happens. People are people. You got to look out for number one sometimes. But however, if you can avoid collateral damage in your decision making, or you be transparent, you explain, say, hey, this is what I want to do. It's gonna hurt for a little bit, but let's do that. Like, can we do this? Or I took the liberty to do this. Here's gonna be my result. Communication, planning, execution. This is why it is very important in the music industry to have that kind of character. And this is why it may seem like people don't like you. It's just that we just don't trust you yet. And this kind of trust takes months, years to even build. That's why, for me, I had to do a lot of free shit just to earn the trust of certain individuals, so I can ease my way into to some recognition, to some projects, and some stuff. Example, I used to do editing for video games, and I used to edit the lines and the in-game audio, like the vocal stuff. And at first, my guy Matt Montanez, he was like, yo, do you know how to do I know you don't use Pro Tools, but do you know how to edit? I was like, yeah, I mean, it's no matter what, dog, you got to edit, right? So he shot me a session, I did it, and I did it pro bono just to try it and possibly get a new opportunity. He's like, yo, this is good. And I followed his instructions, returned it on his due date, returned it on his schedule, and boom. Did it a couple times. And then after that, I started making money. Sometimes you got to work your way in. It can't always just be about the money up front. Yes, you may have your rates. Yes, you may have your expenses. But sometimes, I can't say all the time, sometimes, phone call, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, with good intentions. And it'll work out for you in the long run. But anyway, I'm trying to keep this under 20 minutes. I think that's going to be what we do here for these TED Talk thing. What else? Oh, speaking of like stuff I'm using, I got a couple minutes. Speaking of stuff I'm using on my recording chain now, I've been really damn near exclusively using Pro Q4 and Xbox Pro. That's what I use. Literally 2 plugins on my vocal chain. And then, obviously when we get to actually mixing, that changes slightly. But Xbox Pro, it's just too good. It's too good. It gets me there at least for the recording session, half the time it's almost too good. I shoot myself in the foot because Xbox Pro just makes things sound good. It's easy to get things to sound good. So the artist will drop the studio demo. Oh, I'm losing money because of that. But whatever. I got 1 more minute left. Speaking of Xbox, the company that makes that, Neural Audio, they have dropped a new reverb called Supernova. Y'all know I am a reverb connoisseur. I got like all of them. Well, not all of them, but I got a ton of them. And yeah, I'm about to get that. I'm about to get that. And the demos sound really good. So between Seventh Heaven, and all the Liquid Sonic stuff, I'm really big on those ones the most. I'm gonna have another reverb and delay. It's actually a reverb and delay package. So check that out. And yeah, man, shout out to Icon Pro Audio. They had me review the Space 87. Y'all go check out that video. And that's all I got for today, man. Y'all got any questions, hit me up.